Episode 4. Scandals of the Ages, from Medieval Corruption to Renaissance Power. For over 1,000 years, the Vatican stood as the center of Christian faith. But behind the marble and gold, the Church was shaped by power struggles, corruption, and family empires that ruled the papacy like a throne. This is the story the textbooks rarely tell. The 10th century became known as the Pornocracy, a period when powerful Roman noblewomen controlled the papacy from behind the scenes. Marozia, the matriarch of the noble Theophylact family, installed lovers, sons, and allies onto the papal throne. Murder, bribery, and coercion shaped the Church more than doctrine. The Vatican became a battlefield of seduction and political manipulation. As power grew, so did profit. Bishops, monasteries, and even papal offices were bought and sold like real estate. This practice, simony, turned spiritual authority into a marketplace. The holiest positions in Christendom were auctioned to the highest bidder, weakening the Church from the inside. The faithful saw miracles for sale, and the wealthy saw opportunity. In 1309, the papacy abandoned Rome, moving to Avignon under the influence of the French crown. For nearly 70 years, popes reigned from France, surrounded by luxury, political intrigue, and foreign pressure. Critics called it a captivity. Others called it corruption. And Rome burned with anger at the betrayal. When the papacy tried to return to Rome, chaos followed. Rival factions elected competing popes. At the height of the Western Schism, there were 3 men claiming to be the true vicar of Christ. Europe split. Kingdoms chose sides. The Church fractured under the weight of its own ambition. By the 1400s, the medieval world was fading, and the Renaissance brought new wealth, new ideas, and new corruption. Italian dynasties treated the papacy like a crown to be inherited. Nepotism ruled. Cardinals were appointed not for piety, but for bloodline. No family symbolizes Vatican scandal more than the Borgias. Rodrigo Borgia became Pope Alexander VI, a man accused of bribery, extortion, and political manipulation. His children, Cesare and Lucrezia, became legends of power feared, admired, and accused of crimes ranging from poisoning to political assassination. Whether justified or exaggerated, the Borgia name became synonymous with ambition at any cost. By the late 1400s, the Vatican's debt was enormous. Its projects, including St. Peter's Basilica, needed gold, and so indulgences, meant to offer spiritual mercy, became a corrupt business. Buy forgiveness, buy salvation. The outrage was volcanic, and one monk would strike the match that set the Church on fire. The scandals of the medieval and Renaissance. Church didn't just damage its reputation, they reshaped the world. This era of corruption, greed, and political dynasties laid the foundation for a seismic rupture in Christianity, one that would change Europe forever. In the next episode, the fire ignites. Episode 5. Reformation, the Church faces its reckoning.